On the third death, Eneps here, today with a book review. Today, I'm going to review one of my favorite books, Eragon. Fair warning, there will be minor spoilers for the book, but I will try my best not to go into much detail or spoil anything major. Written by Christopher Paolini, the story follows the titular hero, Eragon, a young man who, while out hunting one day, encounters a blue rock crashing right in front of him. Simply thinking it was some kind of precious stone that was sent away by magic, Eragon keeps it a secret from his family, intending to sell the stone to support them. In actuality, the stone turns out to be a dragon egg. From it comes Saphira, binding with Eragon, making him the last dragon rider, and along with Saphira, making them the only hope against the evil Emperor Gabatorix and his empire. The book has a very good cast of characters, and I love them all. From Eragon to Saphira and their close-knit relationship, the mentorship between Braum and Eragon, the romance between Eragon and Murtagh, the weird romance subplot between Eragon and the elf Iria, where Iria refuses to acknowledge Eragon's feeling. Just as you know, the power of love is the greatest power of all, right next to the power of friendship. While these are only the main characters, there's a lot more to go. There's a lot more shown into it. Obviously, it's a story. So they can't just have like 5 characters. From all the characters shown in the book, I have to say Saphira is my favorite. She, despite just being born from her egg just a few months ago, she is far more wise than her age would suggest. She is a common presence for Eragon. And with her at his side, he truly believes that they can win against the Empire. The book is decently written for a middle school book, especially as it was written by Paolini when he was a teenager, which blew my mind back when I was a teenager when I first read it. Like, oh my god, this guy was not any older than me, and he wrote a fantastic book. It was really, truly amazing. It still is, to be honest. Though I do suspect that his editor, one of his parents, had a major helping hand with the plot and the story and all that. The action scenes in the book are well detailed. They paint a vivid picture in your mind. The characters are sufficiently described that you can almost see them right in front of you. The details of the surroundings, of the cities, of the fucking mountains, it almost makes you wish you were there. It's the created language for the series. This language is what the elves mainly spoke in, and it allowed those with the knowledge to cast magic. One of the main words is Berzinger. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. I probably butchered it, most likely. But it was, if you understood fire, if you had the knowledge of fire, you can use that ancient word to make fire. Which is honestly pretty cool. I honestly really love the ancient language. I loved going through the back of the book and looking through the glossary, seeing all the phrases used and all that. Honestly, a fantasy series with its own language and a fantasy series with its own language adds a deeper layer of immersion that I just love. Though I will admit that there were some series out there that love to toot their own horn about their own created language. Usually with novels that have their own created language, they like to toot their own horn a little bit, have entire conversations in this language, sometimes with no translations for it. And this is not a slight at token, since I haven't read all the books yet, so I can't really say if they've done that or not. But I have read other series that have done this, and it has annoyed me all to hell. Thankfully, Eragon manages not to do that. They just have like a simple sentence with the ancient language being used, and from that sentence and what the character is doing, you can understand what they're intending to do, whether it's casting a spell or just speaking. There's a glossary in the back, whatever phrase they used, translated for your convenience. Now, to criticize the book a little bit, as much as I love it, it is a bit cliche. Not that it's a bad thing, but it is. We have Eragon, who is essentially the chosen one, destined to defeat the great evil and save the world, who along the way meets a wise old mentor who teaches him the ways of magic and swords, falls in love with an elf. And let me go on a minor rant here. Why is it that they always got to fall in love with an elf? Nothing against elves, because elves are sexy and all that, but it's always a elf. Like, ooh, so inhumanly beautiful. Oh, such long, luscious, black or blonde hair. Ooh, let me just spend my short life with you, and then you can get more than me for the rest of your long, eternal life. Blech. Though, honestly, I would do it, elf. I ain't gonna lie. As I was saying, cliches. There is a prophecy about Eragon. And while I won't go into details into it, I hate the prophecies about Eragon. In fact, I hate prophecies. I find them annoying because they're so rarely used properly. Like, prophecies should be vague. They shouldn't be about a specific person. They have to be they need to be vague to ensure mystery. But these prophecies given directly to Eragon, told to him, they're now in the back of our head wondering when will they happen. And it kind of detracts from the story a little bit. But it's just my annoyance. I know that people honestly like it. It's just something that I find wrong with it. And honestly, Christopher Paolini, don't try to be sly. Don't try to tell people that prophecies don't always come true in this series. You know damn well that you intend to have each and every one of these come true for Eragon. Where was I? Right. Cliches. Bar for your noises, damn prophecies. Eragon, the series, the book, actually put them off pretty well. They weren't blatant, they were easy to swallow, they were executed well. So, yeah, they made use of their cliches and tropes properly. Honestly, I really enjoyed this reread of Eragon. It reminded me why I had so much fun reading this series as a teenager, and why, honestly, I really enjoyed this reread of Eragon. It reminded me why I had so much fun reading this as a teenager, and why I initially fell in love with the series in the first place. I certainly recommend picking this book up and giving it a chance. You will not be disappointed. And yes, I do intend to reread the rest of the series. Finally, should finish reading the final book and give those reviews as well. And to top it all off, I'll also watch the movie and review that as well. And that's going to be hell to do, because that movie was not good from what I remember. It was, no, I'm not going to spoil anything. You'll just have to wait for the review of the movie. This is Eneps avoiding another death threat. I'll catch you next time.